Alright guys, we are currently on the journey to the Vortex. The Howling Eye is what it's actually called. Oh, Ffxiv, Kalu Kale, that I should be chosen to guide this man. Yes, I, Ahasako, greatest of Professor Lamberton's pupils, shall see that you successfully query your query. Your timing is impeccable. In fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with the bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that not but a perfect peace will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths. Amidst the flowing waters and the murderous Mirror-nights lies the most fantastic form, a small fragment from the large cluster. Place it within the water pot, and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall survive, or surely survive. Okay. Guess we can do that. Why not? Let's go all the way over here. Don't know how to get down there. Perhaps I will find a way. I don't want to do that. That might risk me in dying. Gotta find a way how to actually get down there. Ah, here we go. Why can't I attack him? Alright. That was kind of weird though, it wasn't letting me attack him. wasn't letting me use my abilities at all. Alright, so now we're going to go back to Hasako. Oh. Doi. I see you've come galloping back. Have you the crystal then? What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lamberton's will doubtless curdle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. My keen scholar's sense tells me that you have tamed the corrupted crystal. Am I right? If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal. Ah, it is as you desired. A corrupted crystal overflowing with wind-aspected aether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected aether. Oh dear, that may prove problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring you to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Hasako. But what is science if not trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think, man. You now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You would doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource in the ethereal studies conducted by the students of Ffxiv. You've heard of them. Well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. Are you alright? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I should keep you from your task. You've still a corrupted crystal to find. Yes, well, you know, I grabbed the crystal. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Sienna, claims to have discovered another promising site in the east of Lanasia. Wait, that's not correct. East of Lanasia was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castle. Now that made for an amusing antidote. It was west of Lanasia, Pharaoh Sirius on the Isles of Umbra to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalamud's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still at an outport, attempting to gain access to the Isles. We had to go to the airport. Skip the dialogue again, I did not do that. likes. Try plugging my phone here. We're getting close to the end of Reborn, guys, just to let you know. We're getting close. We do have a lot of post-crests to do after Reborn, just to let you guys know too, so still got a lot of missions before we get to Heaven's Ward, but we're getting close like to the end of the main story. Huh? Corrupted crystals? Sir, I have no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lombardson did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Xena, greatest of the Professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh God, just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. As I told the Professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Pharaoh Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present, for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Mayhap you will have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at that point. Hello. Ah, you startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? What with all the fattest gossips of spirits and specters haunting the Isle of Umbra? Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. Alright, Ferk man. You'll keep on traveling to the Isles of Umbra. Bloody hell, lad, are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death. Death and more death. I feel like it's under there, but... Or is it up here? Nope, it's gonna be all the way down here. Can we go down this foot? Nope. Dang. Wait. How do I get down there? Here we go. The Isles of Umbra? What interest have you in the godforsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Pharaoh Sirius, the Isles have become naught more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the source, and a purgatory for the souls dragging down to the depths with them. Ah, Ryuk, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say? That is very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. As for why all travel to the Isles of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap is considered too dangerous, owing to the abandonment of Pharaoh's Sirens. Yes, well anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub. Since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dueling her wits on occasion, it was there that I heard tell of a man named Skyphon, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra. This is the first time I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him and my steed. He was arrested after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. Oh boy, almost fell into the lake, or ocean. I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. But tell me, Madoa, I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or you could release me. Yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me go to her. What does Skyphon have to say? Well, it's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less how much he misses his favorite bar wrench. But what was that about a man named Madoa? Wait, I know that name. That's the bastard who grabbed my oars the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. Not initiate, are you? No? Then what are you? Speak up, son, I can't hear you. Bugging me, what, is this what I think it is? Nah, couldn't be. You found this, you say? Where'd you say you found it? Skyphon, you say? Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's not left tricks in his ear. He's supposed to help hatch up Pharaoh's Sirius, he was. The company sent me to supervise a lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own, see half of them walked off. Half of them ran off, and half of them end up vanished. What's that? You'd be looking for passage to the Isle of Umbra. Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of Madoa, or Madoa. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came a-calling. Who puts up his arms about spirits and so forth? If I had the gill, I'd hire some cell swords and let him sort it out. But you're doing the pinch, you will. Show this parchment to the skipper, and he'll see you there back. So you went and had a word with Madoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to race the mountains something. You mean that disgusting creature was Skyphon's supervisor? I find that hard to believe, but this rite of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say, it is a relief to work with such an industrious man as you. I look forward to hearing of your discoveries you will make of the Isle of Umbra without me. Fine, fine. I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. But 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. Huh. Take me to the Isle of Umbra, he bids. As if it's as simple as... Oh, I see you got a passage. Alright then, climb aboard. Oh, this doesn't seem too bad. Oh, I gotta talk to this guy. Oh, this is Cena. This doesn't seem all that bad. No, that's because it's not all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but oh, the hell's with this. Here, take your part and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you would please excuse me. Beg your pardon, sir, but how did you come here? Access to this island is currently restricted. An old pot? I'm not sure I follow. I see. You used to harvest a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you may have returned here empty-handed. The Ringmaster Madoa gave you my grant access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. Where the giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within the one which powered the beacon. Contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharaoh Sirius were not the product of a maid's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when it'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance, at the ship graveyard to the south. What draws them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Ryuk. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it just so happens that the party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge the valuable trinket at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might be behooved you to question them. You saw them too, right? Dead people, just shambling about, without a care in the world, except when they do seem to care, that is, it starts shuffling towards the water. No. God's that voice, that single fleeting verse. I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. It's all there for the taking. 5 bleeding years worth of wreckage in their cargo. But those creatures, dead things, and that voice, actually the voice was quite nice. This talk of an emerging voice is disturbingly familiar. As if, but that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? But if they have returned, that would mean Oh, beg your pardon. I was just, thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that the Master Madoa will be arriving any moment. Apparently he grew tired of waiting for the lanky young lad with the thousand-yalm stare. To return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. What's been keeping you initiate? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Huh? Some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folks what wonders near the ship graveyard, and it stirred up the dead and all? Bloody hells, this takes me back to me days as a cannon boy sailing under old Mistbeard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned them last time. The bloody would, though, wouldn't they, brazen old buddies? Some folks say as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in my bones as this day would come, and come it has. I didn't bet me bum ear as the Sirens behind all this. Nay, not only of the Siderean variety initiates, I speak of the other kind, them what's got feathers and lures sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end here. No, drought is just the start. See, even in death, a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bidding till his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't risk on my worst enemy, except maybe in drinking, and I'd regret it after. Anyway, 'tis up to us to stop this hell-born hussy afore she takes another soul. Course, we can't send you marching off to the war without these. The siren don't have no power over man as can't hear her song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair, and lucky for the both of us I'm superstitious, old sod. Well, she ain't coming to us, so you best head over there to her. To the ship graveyard, initiate. Hey, Mantis. If she passes near the shore, she's sure to spot a campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. I'm beginning to wonder if some slight bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Cry, did you hear that? 'Tis her. Look! Out of the water! She comes, Nicia, she come! Quick, lad! Shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. Soon as she realizes you're dead to her ditties, she'll call on her thralls, and we'll be up to our necks in corpse before you know it. Let's do this. Hither, embrace, mine everything all. True love spurned, his cruelties reward. Spare, mournful mistress, distress. Melody, last breath of death, the rhythm. Dost thou not to relent regret forever alone? My love, a river, one look, soul shiver. No more dark eclipse, the heart. Alright. Yeah, am I alright? I'm better than that initiate. Happy as a sailor in whorehouse or whorehouse I am. Course I'd be happy as a sailor with the 2 rot sits if we gutted the strong stress, but you can't have everything, can you? She'll not come crooning around here again, though not for a while any road. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help. Bugger me, I've clean forgot your name. Remind me, Ryuk. Don't recall having done this here by that name. But if you're not me old mate, or Ross name, Ryuk. Alright. You mean there was a siren? But how were you able to resist her song? I see. I had heard that Master Madoa was involved in the first purge, but I never actually... Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted. Safely sealed within this pot, just as you requested. Please, take it with my compliments. Going back to the airport. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Ryuk. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say, and more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Ah, the conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with the specimen. Congratulations, Ryuk. Seldom if ever have an encounter a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected aether. What? You want a corrupted crystal composed of ice-aspected aether to counter-react the effects of a raging wind? Well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. Don't fret now. I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice-aspected aether. An associate of mine.
AJ?
Yeah.
Mom is about home.
Okay.
You'll help me recovering a few things in the house?
Yeah, I'll be up in a few.
Okay.
Don't fret now. I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of an ice-aspected aether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. What's with that expression? I thought you would be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's ever better is that this time, you needn't use that warded pot of yours to protect yourself from this crystal's energies. Heden's findings suggest that it is quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It has been a pleasure, Ryuk. Come back and see me sometime, alright? No, not... Alright. Alright, there's Hayden, or Hayden. This is pronounced Hayden. Greetings and salutations, Mr. Sonamurte, I presume. Sina informed me of your adventures in Airport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Though as Professor Lombardens is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek can be found in the abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is not longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Charles Wood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with the Spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that won't seek out ores and other stones. Well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the Charles Wood. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming that they can even be digested, but I am reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when... You couldn't care less about all this, could you? To the point, then. Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there is a particularly fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure I have precisely the sort he will find impossible to resist. Simply place his true heart. I shall save the story of the origin for its unusual name for another occasion. I'll set at the Spriggan's lair and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method by which you retrieve the crystal from his gut, I shall leave that to your discretion. Alright guys, we're going to end it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like future content videos, and I will see you all in the next one.